I've actually spent a lot of time thinking about this because when Jodie Whittaker was cast, there were a lot of people, there was like a hashtag not my doctor thing where a lot of people were felt that for some reason a time traveling alien that regenerates could only be one gender. And so there was a lot of people saying this isn't what Doctor Who is about. This isn't, you're changing the values of Doctor Who. What is Doctor Who? And it made me think, well, what really is Doctor Who? What is the fundamental core message of 60 years of television? Like, what is the core message? And I think that what I believe is this, is that fundamentally it's an anti-authoritarian, anti-totalitarian, anti-fascist parable. And that the key to that is that in the early days of Doctor Who, it was being made by people who survived the Blitz, the London Blitz. And if you look at Dalek Invasion Earth, the 60s serial, Dalek Earth, it looks like the Blitz. When the Daleks invade, it looks just like after the Nazi bombings. And there's, the propaganda on the walls, the everything, right? And I think that the show was fundamentally made originally by people who survived the totalitarian nightmare that was the Nazis rolling across Europe. And there's like a motorcycle rally where I am, so I apologize. But the Daleks, in effect, are dehumanized totalitarian. They're little mini Nazi tanks that roll across planets, right? The Cybermen and their conformity and their, making you like them, and they're snuffing out. The Cybermen are a species that exists to snuff out diversity. They exist to like put you in a box, right? And the biggest whether you're looking at like 70s Doctor Who, like Tom Baker in The Sunmakers, or whether you're looking at Happiness Patrol, the Seventh Doctor episode,
the Thatcher episode.
Yeah, the Thatcher episode. The themes of totalitarianism, of fascism, of government overreach, and I think that is just baked into what Doctor Who is. Like that the Doctor fleeing his society because it's this conformist society. Like the essence of Doctor Who is an anti-totalitarian message. It is about diverse voices coming together to govern themselves. And that for me is the core value of every era of Doctor Who. Perhaps not every single episode, but every era of Doctor Who is an totalitarian sort of pro-liberal democracy sort of message.
Yeah. Erik, how about you?
Wow. Kind of building on what Doc have said. I mean, it really does come back to one of the last things Capaldi says of the Doctor, which, above all else, be kind. That's ultimately it. And it's funny that it took Stephen Moffat, I don't know, 7.5 years to condense all of his speechifying down to be kind. Because that's kind of what he was getting to the whole time. And, it goes back to Terrence Dicks's, he's never cruel or coward, right? To the point where that's literally text in the show now, that at one point the Doctor says that the name, the Doctor, is a promise to never be cruel or cowardly. And, 4.5 years later, we get to that being condensed to be kind. And that is the brilliance of Moffat as the writer, is that he can get it down to the bare essence. And the bare essence is be kind. And that doesn't mean you're not going to fail at it. And certainly the Capaldi Doctor fails at being kind. But that's the thing to strive for. Like the reason to go out into the world or out into the universe is to see it all, to experience, but also be kind while you're there. And that's the show.